Fellowship, what up? Welcome to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Ralph. I am Ralph, aka Big Ham, and I'm here with twin number one, Keith, and twin number two, Kid. Yo, say what up to the Fellowshippers.
What's up, fellowship? It's your boy Ken, aka the Moral Compass. Thank you guys for tuning in with us today.
What's up, fellowshippers? It's me, Keith, aka the moderator. You know me, I know you. So let's go ahead and get started today. Today we're reviewing a good show, one of our Marvel powerhouse shows, and that's going to be The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So we've been reviewing it for 5 episodes now, and we want to give you what the fellas think about it, and then go into the comments and let us know what you think about it. So without further ado, we're going to ask Ken to go ahead and get us started.
Yeah, no problem, man. Today's episode or this week's episode was a good one to me. We got to see more of the interaction between Sam and Bucky. Sam and Bucky end up going home, or at least to their different respective places after the whole thing with the Captain America character. In last week's episode, at the end, we saw that he brutally killed one of the resistance fighters of Carly's group.
Flag bashers,
smashers. Even though Carly was the one that ended up killing his buddy, he ended up capturing this dude, and so he took out his anger and his emotion on him. And with today's world, everybody has a smartphone with a camera on it, and it got videoed and uploaded, and it ended up getting him almost short of court-martialing.
Mm-hmm.
They stripped the title from him, told him to return the shield, and he's not going to get any of his benefits and everything like that. So I think it opened up another arc for him to ultimately be, if not a villain, definitely an antagonist to Sam and Bucky in later episodes or later seasons. Bucky
and one season, man. I think it's just one season, 6
Hey,
episodes.
man, you missed something.
What I missed?
Did you watch the credits?
I didn't watch the credits. I didn't watch after the credits.
Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it.
All right, I go back.
Oh, man.
Want me to tell you? Yeah, I'll tell you.
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No, I got to tell you. I got to tell you because I got to tell you. You got to know.
Man, wait a minute. I'm so disappointed. Hold on. I'm so disappointed in myself because I always fast forward just to be safe. And after the last episode, I was like, man, I'm tired of fast forwarding for nothing. Dang it.
It'd be 7 minutes worth of credits. In the credits, with about 5 minutes left for the whole thing to end, and show Walker in a garage or a workspace creating a new shield with his army medal on it that they gave him.
Oh,
creating a new shield. Yep.
Dang, I hate I missed that. Okay, I gotta
go
back and look at that.
It looks just like the Captain America shield, except for he put his army medal one of the medals that they gave him.
Yeah,
he got that on at the top. Yep.
Look at Big Ham trying to redeem himself for the.
Yeah, man, come on here. Well, go ahead, kid. My bad. Go ahead and finish up.
I'm not mad at that, man.
I can tell by the way you said that you didn't see that part.
I did not. So good pickup, man. I got to go watch that after the pod. Fellowship was commenting if you guys caught it, because honestly, like he said, I did fast forward through the credits and somehow I still missed it. So it's my bad, guys. I got to go back and look.
One more time. One thing, and the reason why I knew it was coming, the reason why I watched, because of social media.
Oh, really?
Social media pointed out, make sure you watch the credits.
Okay.
Good point.
That's why I watched it.
Thanks for telling us, by the way.
Yep.
No problem. Y'all the ones anti-social media.
Yeah, but still, you are linked to social media, so thanks for telling us in advance. You know what? Let's go back to ridiculing Big Ham again.
Wait till my reactions. I think y'all gonna ridicule me some more. Go ahead.
But yeah, so we got this whole thing with Walker, and obviously he's gonna go rogue. They introduced a new character that's obviously gonna be some kind of evil support of him, who was Elaine from Seinfeld. For some of you guys that didn't watch the show, I see Big Ham disappointed.
Yeah.
But nevertheless,
hey, wait a minute, fellowshippers, go check out our top 5 sitcoms. You'll know about Elaine.
All time. Gonna be one of the most entertaining shows you ever watched. Go check it out. And remember, I'm Big Ham. That's the moderator, and Kid is the odd man.
That's right. But Sam goes home and they end up doing a bunch of work on the family boat, and then Bucky ends up coming back and helping him, just further strengthening their relationship.
Yeah.
We know that Bucky ends up going and finding Zemo, I think, and ends up turning him over to the Wakandan. So that was pretty cool. And then Bucky asked for another favor before they left, and we don't know what this favor is until the end of the show, but we don't get to really see what it was.
But we can imagine.
We can imagine that it's
Mhm.
it's going to be something for Sam as he takes on the mantle of Captain America. But based on everything we learned and saw about the history of the African American, which I was really really impressed that the show brought this to the light and spent a lot of time on it
Yeah.
and said some powerful things about it. I really, really appreciate that in the show, and that that gives me hope that today's society, or at least aspects of today's society, are trying to bring things to the light and paint a true picture. So to me, that was something that I didn't expect in the show, but it fit, and I was glad with the way they did it. But nevertheless, Sam and Bucky's relationship going stronger. After they beat Walker, Bucky just basically picked up the shield and dropped it beside Sam, basically saying this should have been yours in the first place. So they tying up a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I just think that with everything they showed us, foreshadowing, and then with Sam getting ready to open the case when it looks like these flag smashers are going to do something in New York, I can't wait, because I'm suspecting it. Originally, I was thinking it might be more wings or some kind of streamlined wings since Walker destroyed them, but now I'm just wondering if it's going to be some kind of suit that, like I said, Sam takes on the mantle of Captain America, but also paints a picture of the African American being the first Captain America, and adding a little bit of a different spin. So I'm anxious to see that in next week's episode.
Hey, that's a good review. And Big Ham, since you said that you wait till your review, we're gonna wait one more review because we're gonna get
Nah, I'm
my
chomping at the
reaction.
bit, man. Don't do me like this. I'm chomping at the bit. I'm
Go
chomping
ahead,
at the bit.
man. Go
My
ahead,
review.
man.
Listen, let's take care of these elephants in the room. First elephant in the room is this. How did Walker pull that lady as his wife? She's beautiful.
He's a decorated war veteran.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
look,
I think they
there's a
knew each
problem
other in
with
high
casting.
school. They knew each other in high school.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's one elephant in the room we got to address.
These are
Um,
catch me up questions, not reaction questions.
man, look. Also,
kinda.
well, listen here, man. Um, also, I can't believe the odd man out there catch this, man. In this scene where where Sam was training with the shield,
I did catch it. I forgot to
did
say
y'all
it.
catch the stunt double?
Yeah, I
The
did catch
clear
it.
stunt doubles you can
Doing
see.
the
I'm
flips,
like, man,
doing the
y'all spent too
flips.
much money for us to be able to really see these stunt doubles in these scenes, bro.
Yeah,
That was crazy. Now, like Ken, the most powerful part of the show was, um, that he going back talking to the old African American guy about
Super
how
soldier.
about Captain America and the Shield, and how they treated him. That was powerful, and I was proud and glad to see Marvel deal with this, because a good thing
yeah.
about it, man, Marvel, it's a lot of people that watch Marvel.
Yes.
And so I think that message will hit home. That's the good thing about that part of the show. Here's another thing about this show, man. This is my opinion, man. If it ain't no fight going on, this show garbage.
What?
You're wrong, fam.
You are
Man,
wrong,
You're
fam.
wrong.
if it ain't no action going on, this show garbage, man.
I disagree.
I am not entertained by. First of all, Bucky and the sister flirting. That was gross.
Hey,
Let's just.
I actually like that because
Yeah,
I
That
was
was
saying
it was a
necessary.
cool
my
development,
boy
but it was
Bucky
gross.
Smooth. My boy Bucky Smooth.
It was a cool
I'm
development,
Bucky.
but yeah. All
Sorry.
right, and then but yeah, when it ain't no fight going on to me, the show garbage. It's hard for me to watch. But I will say this: the little thing that the case that Bucky brought. Can you say you hoping it's like a particular soup or something? That I'm thinking it's some long lost serum somewhere,
Oh
and I'm
no,
thinking he's gonna take that serum to become a super soldier
no,
as Captain
no.
America.
The only
Definitely wrong.
serum would
And
that,
and also this, I do want to say this. My bad. After him going to talk to my man in Baltimore, the OG in Baltimore, I don't want him to be Captain America, man.
Oh my
He
goodness.
made a he made a good point. I mean, and that's the whole thing about it. That's why they brought so much light on that. He's saying that a black man, a self-respecting black man, wouldn't want to be Captain America, and so that's why I'm thinking that the Wakanda gift would be something that kind of still has him take on the mantle, but separates the whole Captain America title. But I could definitely be wrong. But keep in mind, the title of the show is it doesn't mention Captain America at all. It's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So we don't know how they're gonna spin it. But Key, let me say one real
But
thing real quick.
hold on. I know I'm not a Marvel aficionado, but remember that the one y'all wanted me to watch, when y'all told me the title, y'all said it was Captain America and the Winter Soldier. It
Mm-hmm.
just said Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. A misstep.
So,
I don't know if that was enough to attack us for, but
Didn't
okay.
necessarily bring it
no, no,
up,
no, no.
but
I'm,
it
I'm
was a
just saying.
conjunction.
You got to think about it. Steve Rogers was a super soldier.
Yes.
Walker took the serum. He's about to become Captain America. He might take the serum so he can be a super soldier as well. Bucky's a super soldier.
Yeah.
It's just like, and I got some questions to ask y'all to catch me up, but I
Okay.
just think it makes sense that there's a serum that's going to make him a super soldier. But since it came from Wakanda, it might be some good kind of vibranium or something. I don't know, but
Okay.
I'm
Right.
thinking it's
Okay.
a super soldier. Because he looked at it, because when he opened it up and he looked at it, he kind of gave me the feeling that he was conflicted about what was in it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Did
I'll
y'all
give
get
it
that?
a look.
I thought I saw some little hint of white when he opened it up, but it might have just been the case itself. That's why I was thinking it might be a suit. Because keep in mind, the serum that Black Panther drinks is made in Wakanda. It's coming from one of the fruits or flowers or something that they grow there.
That's true.
But I can't see them giving it away to an American or something like that. But I could be obviously wrong. But the point I've been trying to get to for the longest is that Rav mentioned that somebody didn't catch.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to mention it, but he didn't. So thankfully, my moral compass coming out to fight against or find some flaw in the writing is still solidified. Um, Remember when Bucky left, Sam started training with the shield, right? And
Yeah.
Sam was
Kitchen.
missing it and ducking
Mm-hmm.
it and flipping and missing it and getting afraid of it. But when Bucky was there,
No
every time he
problems.
threw it, he caught it. And
Yeah.
when Bucky was throwing it, he was catching it. So to me, I was like, okay, did this happen in the future and then you went back or what? Because it didn't make sense. I mean, obviously it's not a big deal, but it's a flaw
I
that I
got you.
caught. That he
Yeah, I
shouldn't have
kind
been
of did
catching
too.
the shield with Bucky. And then
Mm-hmm.
after Bucky left, he starts practicing with the shield and can no longer catch it until he's practiced with it for quite a bit longer. But
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
it.
yeah, to some degree, I agree with you, Ken. I noticed that too, but to some degree, you can also imagine that when he was doing it with Bucky, he wasn't throwing it with his full force. You know, he was just kind of like playing catch with your son as opposed to playing catch with a major league pitcher or something like that. You know, he was going all out.
But he caught it when Bucky threw it too. So that's the thing.
But I'm saying Bucky
Even
wouldn't
Bucky
necessarily
was
throw
throwing
it
at
up.
full speed, full blast. Bucky's still a super soldier, so his half speed should have been stronger than Sam's full speed. Get off my back.
Okay, okay. Let me finally get
And
to
then
my
hold on, I
reaction.
didn't finish my reaction.
See, it should have been finished.
All right, last thing about it. Yeah, man. If they're not fighting, there ain't no action, man. I just feel like this show garbage. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah, you mentioned
that's
it.
yeah, that's like
You
deja
I
vu.
mentioned
just
it.
want to
That's what you
reiterate that.
said. Okay, I didn't finish my reaction. I just want to say what the same thing I already said in my reaction.
Go ahead, Keith.
So I thought it was an excellent episode. As Big Ham mentioned in a negative kind of way, it was a lot of action. You know, the beginning scenes where they went against Walker, that was very good action. And then the story, I said, obviously this is a TV series, it's not a movie, so it's gonna have action, but it's also going to have character development, character backstory, etc. You know, in the Fellowship Hall, we like to review, not just be action packed, entertained in a way. I thought it was good. I thought the trip to Baltimore to see, I think Isaiah is his name.
Maybe.
Isaiah was a yeah, maybe Isaiah
I don't know. I just call him the OG.
was a good okay. OG was a good trip. You know, like Ken said, you know, they tackled something that's harsh, but unfortunately, it's reality. You know, obviously this is a comic series, but at the same time, you know, it's still taking stuff from real life and putting it in a comic book, you know, to spread the awareness. And I thought it was good. Now I gotta admit, I did disagree with his basically his last comment to Sam. You know, that's maybe me being this comic series fan, but you know, just because, and I know it's the way that it is, but just because he had this experience, it shouldn't give him the right to tell Sam what you should feel or how you should feel. And again, that's just my feeling. You know, it's not necessarily what everybody thinks, but that's my feeling. You know, why not? You
I'm
know
riding with the
that
OG, man.
We know you are. But that's the thing. Like, okay, I experienced this hardship or this personal, loss, and this betrayal, this hatred almost. But that means that, okay, because you experienced that, let's together live in that same thing forever, no matter if you experience something different or not. Let's go by this one experience. And again, that experience doesn't have to be forgotten. It still plays a factor in your mind, but I don't feel like that he should have told Sam, no self-respecting black man would have did that. I didn't necessarily like that. I can understand where it's coming from, but that's maybe something I think like, man, I don't see it'd be hard for me to do it, and I know it should be hard for others, but at the same time, Sam has had a different experience than him. And if Sam can be the new face of this future, then I say go for it by all means. So that's my point. And Big Ham, I'm okay with you agreeing with the OG. That's just my take. I felt like he might have been so angry he let it cloud his potential for success in the future, or
Advancement.
advancement in the future. Yeah. Other than that,
I,
it was
I
it was
think I think it's just rough to kind of criticize him for saying that this week when you see people of color and black people getting brutalized by the police again. You seen this
yeah.
13-year-old kid out of Toledo, unarmed with his hands up, get murdered. You saw Dante
Hmm.
Wright get murdered, even though he was fleeing. And then you saw the 79-year-old grandmother get her arm broke. This all happened this week.
Yeah, I
And so
know.
you see all this stuff happen, and then
Understood.
you hear about this history with him, and then you hear about the history of the uh, patriots, actual soldiers, actual
Hmm.
veterans who fought for this
Hmm.
country and come home and got did like he did, as well as got crosses burnt in their lawns,
Exactly. Exactly.
and then you want him to step up and be Captain America when they probably want him to be Captain America.
Understood. Understood. And you know what? That's why we talking about it, because I mean it's reality, and we looking at this TV show that's kind of bringing in reality, like I said. But at the same time, Isaiah's story is different than Sam's. Now, again, Isaiah's story in reality is part of Sam's backstory, as a people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that Sam shouldn't try to do something to maybe get a better picture or a better advancement, like Ken say, out there. So that's why I said it. I understand what you're saying about stuff happening in the world, and that stuff gonna always happen in the world. But that shouldn't mean that because stuff is happening in the world that we decide, you know what, let's just stop. Let's just not do that. Let's not do that, because stuff is gonna continue to happen. Stuff has always been happening, stuff will always happen. But I still think Sam's story is one that he want to do something different. It's terrible what happened to Isaiah, but Sam has a different story. Sam may have a different purpose in his life. That's what I'm saying.
Was I think Sam was taking the shield to give it to Isaiah, right?
I don't know if he was taking it to give it to him or just show it to him.
Really?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. It
Yeah,
just because
it was odd for him to just be walking around with it, but I assume he just wanted to show it to him.
I thought he wanted to, for some reason I got the impression that he wanted to give it to him, wanted him to. I mean, kind of take on the mantle, but not really take on the mantle. Because Sam is looking at it from a standpoint of, it's terrible what happened to you. I want it to be right, and I want you to want it to be right. And so I think he was kind of taking the shield to kind of say, hey, the Captain America that they wanted back then is gone, and they did you wrong, but you're still here now. You should have this. I shouldn't have it. But Isaiah didn't want anything to do with it. He's definitely entitled to it because his most of his life got taken from him. So he kind of has the right to be bitter. Being
Yeah,
bitter
most definitely.
forever is not gonna be healthy for you. But he definitely has been put through the type of atrocities that give him, anybody would be justified or understands why he's bitter.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm
Um,
not saying he shouldn't be.
right. One other
Just
thing
saying
that
he was.
I wanted to mention before we moved on is that
Moved on to
Kayla
me finishing my reaction.
that Kayla is basically embracing this whole
Villainy.
villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, initially it seemed like she was just they were out to do something or to help the people like them and do something right. But now she's, when she killed those hostages or those people that they left tied up
Oh,
in that facility,
you meant
you know,
Carly.
did I say Kayla? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Carly.
Carly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caleb,
Carly.
yeah.
My bad. Carly is
I had missed
basically
something.
embracing this. Yeah, my bad. Carly is basically embracing this, and now she's starting to work with other villains to get bombs and things like that. So you know, initially you hope she'd be redeemable, but like Zemo told Winter Soldier, she's beyond the point of restoration or whatever. So I think they kind of, as a show, trying to portray her like this as well to let us know, hey, Zemo may be dirty. Zemo probably did some wrong things, but that
You
doesn't
see clearly.
you don't have to, just because you're dirty don't mean you can't be right. And that's what it is. And they're just making her embrace this villainy, and it's gonna come to a head. So either she's gonna have to get arrested or something by Falcon and Winter Soldier, or Walker is going with his new shield that I got to go look and see him making. He's gonna end up trying to intercept her, and they're gonna kill each other or something. But is next week the season finale, right?
Yeah,
Or
series.
Yep.
series
I think
finale,
it's a
series
series
finale.
finale. Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be
Oh, so they only
something.
gonna do one season total?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Hopefully they'll but I'm
they'll
I'm
do a
assuming
movie.
they're laying the groundwork for movies is what I would
Yeah,
expect,
groundwork for
or at least
movies.
what I
Yeah.
would hope. But I'm sorry, Keith. We kept interrupting you because we were kind of having some dialogue back and forth. But go
No,
ahead
that's fine.
and finish your reaction.
Nah, man, you've been taking over reactions. You did the same thing with mine.
Your reaction was, aside from the action scenes, the show is garbage.
Garbage, garbage.
So that was your reaction. You said it like 5 times. I didn't feel like I was taking away from it, but if I did, I don't
Now
apologize.
I'm talking about
Your
Kendrick.
reaction was garbage.
Yeah,
I was talking
he
about
attacking me. I need the rebuttal.
but but they say hit dog.
This
Hit
man,
dogs will holler. I was talking about Ken, but if you holler, you must have been killed.
this man is the king of interrupted, man.
It's definitely.
This dude is the Kanye West of interrupting. Ken, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you finish. This guy says that at least 4 or 5 times per podcast. So
Yeah.
this is the king of this is the
Yeah.
pot calling the kettle
Hey
black.
man,
But
listen,
I'm sorry.
listen.
There it
Hey
is.
man, hold on. I'm sorry.
There it is. I'm sorry.
Let Keith
Hold on,
finish.
I'm sorry. Okay, real quick. One thing that I did like about the show is the relationship that Bucky and Sam has. Like Ken said, when that fight with Walker, that was a hard fight. And Walker got what he deserved, his butt whooped. And not because he killed a dude, because I completely agree with that. But he got his butt whooped because he was too hothead, man. He was busting to the burning building without waiting for people, or make a plan and then, okay, I'm tired of waiting, and then go on about his own business. So it was time for him to be put in his place a little bit. But like you said, Ken, one powerful scene was when Bucky picked up the shield and dropped it by Sam. That was good. I did like the relationship they have. It's not like this is going to be a buddy series where they start being partners or teammates, and they fight as a duo. This is a series that's got this kind of eye opening into the Falcon a little bit deeper, and then Bucky a little bit deeper, and I liked it. I like Bucky in this show too, because like I said, when he said, "Hey, I'm Bucky, by the way," to Sarah, and then Sarah said, "I'm Sarah," and then he repeated her name. I was like, look at Bucky.
I thought
So
Sam
I
said
liked
stop
it.
as he was
I
walking
like
away,
it.
didn't
Sam said stop
he?
later.
Yeah.
He said stop playing with my sister later on. But Buck, I was like, okay, Buck, I see you. But I want the fellowshippers to go in the comments big time and let us know what you think in the box. And let us know how wrong not only Big Ham is for thinking it's a serum, but also how wrong Ken is for thinking it's probably some suit. Clearly it's a new set of wings for the Falcon, because Bucky saw the wings got destroyed by the fake Captain America. Clearly, what he asked them to make Sam is a new set of wings because he's a Falcon. Use your heads, guys. Come on.
That's the easy response. And I
That's
said,
the obvious
maybe
one.
I thought it was gonna be him, but
You
when
didn't say
Sam
that.
told the
You said the
dude,
suit.
no, I said I thought
You
it was
didn't
gonna
say
be.
anything about the wings.
I said I thought it was gonna be new wings, but then
No,
later
he didn't say that,
okay,
bro. What are you
Did
talking
he
about?
say
He
that?
said that. Yeah, he said that.
yeah, it's obvious. If you thought of it just now, keep in mind I thought of it 20 minutes later earlier.
Okay.
But what I was gonna say is he when he left that army dude, I forget his name, but when he left him and he was like, "What do you want me to do with these?" He was like, "Keep them." To me, I kind of wondered, but that was him saying,
Put him aside.
I'm taking on the shield now. I don't need the wings anymore. And I would assume that Bucky would also be pushing that same agenda. So it's the easy thing, and perhaps for someone that's naive, they may think, yeah, it's definitely wings, and it could be. But honestly, I think it's I think it's them trying to push him into the Captain America role, which would mean he would leave the
Especially when you
wings
think
behind.
especially
Okay.
when you think Bucky wanted him to be Captain America the whole time. Bucky wanted him to take the shield the whole time, and
Right.
so Bucky always felt like he should be Captain America. So why would Bucky go and have him make some wings? We want him to be Captain America the whole time anyway. Well,
So
and then I was also thinking
no, wait a minute.
maybe
Are you both doofuses? Do you think that he can't fly and carry a shield?
He
That
can.
what I was just about to say. Like, kid, he obviously can, but if he has wings, can he like with the brand of Captain America,
Be
except for
changed.
being Falcon and Captain America?
Well,
Yeah,
he
So
a better
it's the
a
Captain
better take,
America
Keith.
brand that you got to have that weak shield, and that's it.
A better take, Keith, would have been maybe the Wakandans made him a new shield specifically for him. That would have been a better take. If you had said that, I would have been like, okay, I can dig that. But he basically said maybe the Wakandas made him something he already had. I don't know.
well, they got destroyed though. They got destroyed. Anyway, this is a fiery fellowship hall, and it's usually directed at one person or another, never me. But it seems like the fire is directed at me, so I guess this is my
Brought it on
coming out
yourself.
party.
You brought it on yourself.
Okay, whatever. So, all right, fellowship, let's go into the comments and let you know what you thought about our reactions. They were all over the place, but still, I think they were good reactions. So, let us know what you think. Next segment is the Catch Me Up segment, where Kendrick and I, kind of be in some history of Marvel, not necessarily deep into the comic books, but at least caught up with the movies. We want to try to answer some questions he may have, and hopefully we can. And if we can't, that's why we got the fellowship hall for you fellowshippers to help us out. So, Ralph, go ahead, catch me up.
I got a question, man. What is so special about this shield? Like, what does the shield have any kind of powers? Like, what is it? Like, it just seems like a weak weapon to me.
No, it's made of vibranium, so it's definitely a super strong material that's almost you know undamageable.
Yeah,
Unless your name is Thanos.
indestructible.
Indestructible. Yeah, my bad. Indestructible unless your name is Thanos. But also, one thing that they keep saying throughout the show is no matter how strong it is, it's the fact that it's a symbol of hope and peace and protection for
Yeah,
America. And so that's the main thing about the shield. That's why the army or the guys on the council basically told Walker, bring the
give the
shield back.
shield
It's
back.
it's the symbol more so than anything. It's not. It doesn't have any other magical powers. It just gives hope to the people.
Cause
Yeah,
it
and
seems like you said
wait a
like
minute. Let me hold on. Let me chime in a little bit to back that up a little bit more. Ralph is exactly what Ken said. It's a symbol. Now, in the hands of our original Captain America, that shield was a symbol that this guy was coming to save the day, or this guy was standing there to protect us, or on the forefront of the battle. You know what I mean? It's still a shield. So the a purpose of a shield is to block stuff. So it still does that. It's made of this super strong, high tech metal, and then it's the symbol. Now, of course, we know that Captain America carries the shield, but that shield represents Captain America.
the shield is basically a symbol more so than a special weapon. I was thinking about it as more of a weapon, and I
Mm.
was wondering did it have any special powers weapon, but it's basically more a symbol than a weapon.
It's
Right.
a symbol
Also,
used as a weapon.
Right.
all right, here's another question. So, what has to happen in order for these heroes to go back in time? Time travel.
Tony Stark made a time machine. He figured out time travel after Thanos came and wiped away half of the world's population. And so Tony ended up figuring out time travel. I don't know if Banner helped him a little bit, but I think they ended up working on it
There's a
together.
lot of
But
them. Yeah,
Stark
Tony.
Tony figured out the whole process, and then they end up building time machines, and that's how they were able to go back in time, get more Infinity Stones, and be able to bring the world back and stuff like that.
So, where are these time machines?
It's just the one that Iron
That's,
Man
yeah, I guess
made,
it's Stark Tower.
yeah, unless they destroyed it
So,
after.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
might have
saying,
destroyed
like,
it.
could
Oh,
could
maybe
they
they did
go back?
destroy it.
Could they go get in this time machine and go back and get Walker's boy?
So I imagine that, just like in regular movies or whatever, certain things happen to serve a purpose at that point. So the purpose of the time machine at that point was to go back and gather the Infinity Stones to, save the half of the population. So I imagine that just to use it in this one particular case, just to try to go back and save his friend, is probably not even on anybody's radar. But it's a
Right,
good question, but I don't think it's that deep, you know.
right.
So, the original Captain America, Steve Rogers, could go back in time. So that would make that relevant for this particular series, correct?
Yeah, but again, Captain America went back in time and stayed back. He didn't go back in time, come back and go back. He wasn't using it back and forth. He went back and then stayed back. But again, as I mentioned, it's a purpose in that movie to build a time machine. I don't think for this series they're gonna go back to say this character who purpose was to make Captain America go crazy. So, it was a purpose for his death, just like it was a purpose for the time machine before. It was a purpose for his death is to make this Captain America go over the edge. So I don't think they would try to bring a time machine in so he can try to go back and save his friend, but because the purpose of his death was needed.
But to be
Uh,
fair, you're right. The time
Yeah, of
machine
course it
should
is.
technically still exist, because Tony Stark made it, unless it was destroyed, which I don't know that it was.
Yeah, I
But it
can't
should
remember. Yeah.
technically still exist. But like Keith saying, it wouldn't make any point in the show for them to go back and just use it to help this one guy out. Because if that was the case, everybody should be able to go back and help their family, friends, and things like that. And this
Exactly.
guy's not even part of the Avengers, so they wouldn't. I don't think they would use it for something like that.
Yeah.
all right, and here's my last question. Um, and you guys didn't mention either the reactions. There was a scene where Sharon was talking to somebody and saying she could double it,
Mhm.
and I don't know if I missed who she was talking to or who we could have known or what her purpose was. What was going on with that?
Yeah, we don't
We
know
don't
either,
know.
Big Ham. I assume it's some foreshadowing of something to come in this last episode.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
that's all I got, man.
All right,
Okay.
well,
Good
consider
question, man.
yourself caught up, I guess. All right, fellowshippers. Thanks for tuning in today, as always. Go in the comments so we can talk to each other. Let us know what you think, and we'll respond. But make sure you subscribe. If you
Right.
coming and watching, then you got to subscribe and let us know that you do like it, and we'll keep bringing content. As usual, you can check us out on YouTube or Facebook at the Fellowship Hall. You can also check out Big Ham at Raphael Hammond on Facebook, or also on Instagram and Twitter at Hamdog22. Again, we appreciate you. We love coming to the Fellowship Hall with you, and we hope you enjoy it with us. So make sure you subscribe. Be blessed.
Be
Be blessed,
blessed.
fellowship.
See y'all later on.